I'm Jason Lawler. I've been working closely with the Bunya People's Aboriginal Corporation and the Goomba Aboriginal Corporation for 7 or 8 years now. And this is one of the first places that I was brought to by the brothers and uncles to demonstrate the real connection that exists right here through this whole area actually with our old people. This scar would have been made definitely prior to colonisation, and it's an artefact. It's a direct connection to our old people and the ceremony that was held here, the gatherings that were held on that big journey up to the Bunyas for the festival. So I know everyone in our circles knows about this tree. And I'm very, very grateful that these things get flagged from other circles and brought to the attention of the potential of what they want to develop and the potential for this tree to be destroyed or harmed. So very, very good to our community that we can gather around such an important connections to the past in the space that we are in now. This is, Brother Conrad and Brother Shannon would be very appreciative that you've brought this up, and of course Brother Beaton has been on the journey for some time here as well. So it's a beautiful tree. The habitat, I know we've gone all over this with the other people that have spoken, but yeah, we can't waste these things that give us connection to the past and to the country, to all the life that trees provide for, including our own. Yeah, thank you, old people. Yes. Remember.
Hi, my name's Shannon Michael and I'm a local resident in this area and also an ecologist. It's very important that I think we speak about this tree because we have seen a lot of loss of habitat and essential vegetation in this area. So the large patch of land next to this tree is earmarked for development within 5 to 10 years. And from the experiences that we've had in Highfields recently, we know that these trees will probably be indiscriminately cleared and lost. You can see that happening on Reese Road and Barracks Road. All those trees, they were indiscriminately cleared. Even with intervention from community groups, council still voted against any intervention, and unfortunately that entire habitat area was lost. And there were koalas in that area, there were many species of birds. Now it's just a bunch of roofs. We need our local leaders to step up and become custodians of the natural environment. The natural environment doesn't have anyone speaking for it, and it feels like our local leaders are not speaking for what they should be. They need to stand up and really take a step forward into the future and into what is going to become socially acceptable, and that is environmental protection, restoration, and even further stronger interventions to stop further damage.
Hello, I'm Peter McQueen. I'm a tree protector of the area. This tree here is typical of so much of what we need to protect. Big, mature, old tree. This is irreplaceable in generations. Offsets count for nothing. It's a matter of protecting trees like this, the landscape around them, protect the tree, protect the landscape around it, and the vegetation will return. But these big mature trees are so critical for habitat, for critters, for life. Cutting trees down like this kills a part of us. So it must be saved. Love it. Look at it. Beautiful. It's got stories about animals. It's got stories about people. We're all connected to this tree. These trees are Eucalyptus tereticornis, and they are commonly known as forest red gums or forest blue gums. Common names will vary. These two trees in the corner here beside the road, the two largest specimens that remain from what would have been a very open forest over vine scrub over this area originally. And the two trees together just multiply the value of this little area. in Steinberg Road in Highfields. It's a beautiful big old tree. It's hundreds of years old, more than 300 or 400 years old. It has been here forever. It and the tree behind it are the last two surviving trees in the landscape, and it's under threat from future development. These trees would have been all over this area and progressively over the last 200 years have been removed. They would have been cleared for farmland. Fortunately, this one was spared. Very significant tree also, with the scar on it. Adds an element of cultural heritage to it, along with the natural magnificence of it.
Hello, Nick Atzini from Toowoomba Bird Observers. 20 odd species of honeyeater that would potentially use this tree each season when it's in flower, not just for the nectar but also insects. That would also include smaller birds like pardalotes and gerygines, and birds like kingfishers and dollar birds use those trees as lovely vantage points to take reptiles and other things from the ground. That would be a brilliant tree for boobook owls to nest each season. Those hollows look as though they could have been here for a couple of hundred years at least. Once they're about 50 centimetres wide, which takes about 50 years, it would start being useful for wildlife, but not before then. We have about 30 odd species of parrot in the Toowoomba area, and probably 15 of those would potentially use some of these hollows for nesting, as well as the blossom. The lorikeets would use them for feed. We have 4 species of lorikeet that probably utilise this tree: musk, little, rainbow and scaly-breasted lorikeets. So we're looking at basically a magnificent vertical habitat that species like potentially the swift parrot would utilise. And certainly other species utilise all year round for cover, nesting, food, vantage points and shade. Toowoomba is also very diverse in bird life because of where it is. It's on the edge of the escarpment. We have the Lockyer Valley to the east, the Downs to the west, and a beautiful line of escarpment which unfortunately has been fragmented, and it's important to retain what's left